Magandang araw sa inyong lahat at salamat sa inyong muling pakikinig sa ating programang OFWs of Today. Ang topic po natin ngayon is about money or financial management. OFWs not only here in Singapore earn much more as compared to the usual and common employees in the Philippines. Specifically here in Singapore, where income is high and the conversion rate of the Singapore dollar is more than 30 times of that of the Philippine peso. Filipinos here tend to earn more. But the question is, do they know how to save and invest? Or ang alam lang ba nila ay magtrabaho, sumweldo at gumastos? Sa interview po natin ngayong araw, nais ko pong ipakilala sa inyo ang ating guest speaker. Siya po ay naka-base here sa Singapore for more than 10 years and I can proudly say na he has been very wise when it comes to his income. Hence, siya po ang aking napiling guest speaker. Welcome to the show, Mr. Jason Tagalo. Ang pag-uusapan po natin ngayon is about financial management of OFW. So, let's start.
Yes, thanks Audrey for the introduction and good evening and good evening din sa ating mga listeners.
Okay. Gano'n na kayo katagal dito sa Singapore?
I was here since 2005 and now is 2017, so around 12 years.
Okay. Matagal na rin pala, no? So, maaari niyo po bang i-share kung saan kayo nagtatrabaho dito, kung anong profession nyo, at kung anong industry kayo?
Yeah, thanks for that question. So, first when I arrived in Singapore, I work as a systems administrator in one of the multinational bank that is based in UK. And I worked there for 5 years, and along the way on that 5 to 6 years along the way, I got promoted, and it helps me, of course. It increased my salary and I can save a lot with that. Then after a year, after 6 years, I moved to Prudential, which I believe most of us Filipinos know what Prudential or what that company is. It's really more of insurance, but again, I'm into more of IT. Then after a year in Prudential, I moved to Visa, and Visa is a credit card company and it's based in the US, and I'm currently a director in an IT group and department in Visa, and I oversee the corporate infrastructure and application teams in Visa.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, that's good. So, since matagal na po pala kayo dito, I'm sure madami na din kayong naging experience when it comes to dealing with your finances. So, is it okay if you can share sa ating mga nakikinig in your simple means on how you manage your earnings or salary? Why do you save in the first place?
That's a very good and wonderful question, Audrey, and it's my delight and pleasure to be here on your program, because isa sa mga layunin ko talaga is magbigay ng magandang payo sa ating mga kababayan, lalo na sa mga nag-abroad, not just here in Singapore but in other countries as well. As we all know, money is is a medium where it's just easily come and go, but we can utilize that in such a way that it will be meaningful at the end of the day. So there are a few things that I really wanted to share with my fellow OFWs. First is you need to consider saving for emergencies, because we don't know what will happen, right?
Yeah,
so
correct.
There were instances in the past where some of my colleagues, they have a family members who are experiencing really a bad health issues, and though they're not the one they're not the one experiencing the problem, but at the end of the day, they're the only one whom their family is relying with. So it's a good lesson learned, because what if kung sa kanila mangyari yon, diba? So first is, of course, save for emergencies, and second is unforeseen expenses. So there are instances like our loved ones in the Philippines, or like for example for me, my sister got married, and unfortunately she loses her job, and unfortunately again di namin inakala na maging cesarean pala siya. So yun yung mga unforeseen circumstances na we all know pag hindi normal yung delivery is mas
Mahal.
magastos, mas
Okay.
mahal.
Ayan.
So So good thing nandito si Kuya to assist. So it's also something na hindi natin akalain, pero buti na lang nandiyan tayo makatulong, which is very important. Then the third one is to enjoy a comfortable retirement. So you need to invest, you need to plan your finances in such a way that later on when you get retired, you won't be like other OFWs na nag-abroad, gastos ng gastos, then eventually nung nag-retire na, wala na. So parang di-enjoy na lang nila yung moment nung sila ay nagtrabaho pa. Pero paano na lang kung later on hindi ka na malakas, wala ka ng lakas para magtrabaho. So sorry na lang. So yun yung pangatlo. Then of course, and finally, to have some money to invest. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, you need to utilize your finances, your earnings to invest something, especially sa mga passive incomes. Like if you want to invest at least in apartments or houses, that eventually it will increase its value at the end of the day. So maraming ways actually to invest, not just real estate. You can try stocks, bonds, but those are the important aspects, because maraming bagay na hindi importante like mga gadgets or something like that, na alam naman natin is pansamantalang lang, parang para masiyahan lang tayo, pero at the end of the day wala talaga siyang value. So yun lang, yun yung mga papayo ko, although marami pa, pero so far yun yung mga priorities na dapat nating tingnan o dapat i-consider ng mga fellow OFWs.
Okay, great. So just to recap, so sabi po ni Jason na dapat mag-save tayo for emergencies, for unforeseen expenses, to enjoy a comfortable retirement, and finally, to have some money to invest.
Correct.
So, ang susunod kong question is, so since matagal ka na dito, for sure, madami ka na rin mga kaibigan, at yung mga nakakasama mo na rin sa trabaho, no? So, ano sa tingin mo, or ano yung mga nakikita mo na ginagawa nila sa mga kinikita nila?
Napakagandang tanong yan, Miss Audrey. Sa tagal ko nandito sa Singapore as an OFW, even my friends outside of Singapore, like in Dubai, ang napupuna ko parang mas priority nila, siguro sabihin natin 50-50, marami tayong mga kaibigan dito sa Singapore na marami nag-invest, pero yung 50% nila napakahilig sa gadgets. Camera na it cost like 30,000 pesos minimum sa isang camera lang. Then yung iba mahilig sa bike. Yung mahilig mga bike na tipong tig 100,000 pesos. Imagine, sus mio, napakamahal na bike.
Mahal yun, okay.
So merong iba sapatos na almost buong kwarto puno ng sapatos. Dahil, hindi dahil marami silang pera, yun ang priorities nila, kundi meron pang mas importante doon. Dahil alam naman natin, yun yung mga material na bagay na at the end of the day, wala namang maibibigay sa'yo na value pag may pangangailangan ka na. Like for example, camera. Alam naman natin ang technology, ang bilis magbago. So, kung ganito ngayon, bilhin mo sa kanya 30,000. After a year, lalo na nagamit mo na, malamang $100 or $200 na lang, which is around 6,000 pesos. So, walang value. Kumbaga, pansamantala yung kaligayahan mo, which is kung i-divert mo yung attention mo sa mas importante yung bagay, eventually magustuhan mo na yun. Like for me, mahal na mahal ko ang real estate. So, gusto kong bumili ng camera, pero anong maibigay sa akin yan? Pwede mo na ako bumili ng affordable camera, not just yung SLR na napakamahal. So, yun yung mga sample ba na kailangan pag-isipan ng mga fellow OFWs natin, mga kaibigan natin. Marami din, mahilig din mag-abroad. Like, magkaroon na ng bonus every year, mag-tour around the world agad. Pero hindi mo na nila pinaprioritize yung mga importanteng bagay. So, yun yung mga nakikita ko na siguro dapat baguhin. Kasi, again, doon sa mga na-mention ko na 4 na items earlier, yun yung muna ang importanteng unahin. So, yun yung mga ipapayo, maibibigay ko. At saka, yun yung mga na-experience ko at saka nakikita ko sa mga kababayan natin dito.
Okay, that was very informative. So, to finish off our program, ano sa tingin nyo ang mga mapapayo nyo sa mga kaibigan nyo, at the same time sa mga listeners natin na nandito sa Singapore or sa ibang mga kababayan natin na nasa ibang bansa?
Maganda yan. So, actually, isa sa mga bagay na gusto ko talagang gawin is may palaganap yung magandang experience na nagawa ko, like pag-invest, pumasok sa mga pagninegosyo. So actually ako rin, I love to attend parties, I love to attend gatherings, and not to attend there para magwaldas, kundi have a work-life balance. Alam naman natin dito sa Singapore na napaka-busy natin lahat, mga OFW here, sulit na sulit yung time natin sa trabaho kasi talagang magtatrabaho tayo, di ba? So normally I took advantage of that moment na i-share sa mga friends natin, mga kababayan natin, kung anong magandang gawin, kung ano yung opinions and views ko regarding financial management. I usually suggest to them kung ano yung mga ways na pwedeng pagkakakitaan sa Pilipinas, like of course yung real estate, which is yun yung pinaka-paborito kong pasukin dahil alam naman natin, nakikita natin yun eh. I'm not against stocks. I also invest in stocks, but yun yung kasi makita natin, mas maingganyo tayo pag nakita natin, may bahay tayong marami, meron tayong mga kalupaan na alam natin yung value tumataas. So yun yung mga magagandang bagay na lagi kong sinishare sa mga fellow kababayan natin.
Sa tingin niyo ba, ano ba yung mga sa tingin niyo na ginagawang mali ng mga kababayan natin sa mga kinikita nila dito?
Well, isa sa mga nasabi ko kanina is yung mahilig sa mga gadgets talaga. I mean, I'm not against kung limited lang, pero kung sobra-sobra na, like may isa akong kaibigan, every year nagpapalit siya ng SLR ng camera. Yung cellphone, pag may bago, nag-a-update siya. Kung sapatos, makikita mo, sinabi ko kanina, halos isang kwarto, nakabalandra yung mga sapatos. Ang paalang naman natin, dalawa. Ngayon, makikita natin kung ilang parehas yun, ilang pairs yun, mga more than 100. Hindi na normal. So, kung i-sum up mo na lang, let's say sa sapatos, kung i-sum up mo yun, siguro, aabot na ng mga 300,000 pesos. Imagine, sapatos pa lang. So, siguro may papayo ko talaga is set your priorities, right? Then another thing is sending all your savings to the family. I mean, mag-save ka para sa pamilya. Second is yung mga mali is not planning for life after OFW work. So dapat i-consider 'yon. Dapat titingnan nila 'yon kasi again, as an OFW, hindi habang panahon malakas tayo, hindi habang panahon nasa ibang bansa tayo, lalo na kung hindi naman tayo resident or citizen sa bansa na yan. Siyempre, babalik din tayo sa bansa natin. Maganda yung kung babalik man tayo sa atin, secure tayo at the same time, makakatulong tayo sa mga kababayan natin. Magtayo ka ng negosyo, maka-produce ka ng employment. So, yun yung magandang gawin. Iwasan din lalo na yung mga maraming pangungutang, hindi rin maganda yon kasi bakit mangutang, may maayos ka namang trabaho. So yun yung mga bagay na yan. Tapos yung iba, I'm not against networking, pero there are lots of scams, so you need to be careful in that. Then of course, again, it's nice to be generous, but not super generous in such a way na ibibigay mo na lahat. So paano ka naman, di ba? So titingnan mo rin yon. So yun yung mga bagay na talaga na dapat i-emphasize natin sa buhay natin, lalo na sa ating mga OFW, na i-consider natin yung mga bagay na importante na makatulong sa atin at the end of the day. So hindi lang yung mga pansamantala.
Okay, thank you for that, Jason. Salamat po sa inyong time at sa atin pong mga listeners. I hope may natutunan kayo sa maikling panayam kay Jason. And to summarize, like what he said, wag po nating sayangin ang mga opportunities na binibigay sa atin na tayo ay may magandang trabaho abroad. Dapat we need to learn how to give importance of what we have. Dapat matuto tayong mag-ipon as early as we can. So in the near future, we can enjoy lahat ng pinagpaguran natin. So in the future, our future selves can thank us for being wise and smart when it comes to money management. So thank you, and I hope that you tune in again on our next show. Thank you and good night.